My name is Katie Unsworth. Within this presentation, I will aim to discuss the marketing environment surrounding the UK retailer John Lewis. John Lewis holds the title of the top performing department store in the UK. It also falls into the top performing UK retailers in 2015 based on revenue alone. The marketing environment is a term defined as everything that surrounds an organisation and can impinge on it. It is usually discussed in relation to three different levels. The main three components are the internal, micro and macro environment. For the purpose of this presentation, I will focus on the micro and macro environment. The micro environment can be described as the elements which directly impact the activities in an organisation, i.e. its competitors, its customers, suppliers and intermediaries. I will be using Porter's 5 Forces model to analyse aspects of the microenvironment. Porter created this model to identify 5 elements that affect the level of competition and therefore profitability in a company. This model can be directly linked to John Lewis. The high level of competition in the market John Lewis operates is due to their vast product range. However, they do hold position of market leader, winning awards in the 2016 Consumer Satisfaction Awards for Best In-Store Experience, Best Homewares Retailer and Best Click and Collect Service. There is also a high threat of substitutes due to savvy shoppers looking for the best deals, but John Lewis does promote a price promise leading to customer loyalty. The threat of new entrants into the market is low due to the massive capital investment required to create a department store. The bargaining power of customers, however, is high, again due to the number of alternative retailers they can use. However, the bargaining power of suppliers is low, as John Lewis is desirable to suppliers as they want their products on the shelves to reach John Lewis' large customer base. It is clear that John Lewis is in a favourable position with regards to their competitive micro-environment. They have formulated strategic measures which enable them to remain number one choice for customers. However, this model is limiting and does not address all significant aspects of the micro-environment. Therefore, I would now like to have a look at the SWOT analysis. It could be argued that it is more important to critique yourself as opposed to your competition. The SWOT analysis is a marketing tool which is used to analyse and evaluate the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats of an organisation. The strengths of John Lewis are its brand image, aggressive marketing campaign, the partnership scheme which promotes workplace democracy, its price promise, and also it promotes its own brands which is favourable to profit margins. Its weaknesses are, it was heavily exposed during the recession in 2009-2010. This negatively affected investor decisions. Also, they cut prices to match competition. This could ultimately devalue the brand. Their opportunities are, they are under new management, which is Paula Nichols. She is the first woman to run the retailer and has plans to update the product profile to attract new customers. They have also opened new stores nationwide. The threats, however, are any negative publicity can affect their brand image, and they do have a high level of competitors within the industry. This addresses more aspects of the microenvironment than Porter's 5 Forces. However, it is internally conducted and does not offer solutions to these issues. Now we will look at the macro environment. The macro environment is described as complex and interdependent. It addresses the wider issues which affect the market as a whole. Most analysis of the macro environment divides the environment into a number of subject areas. Number 1, political. The main political issue affecting John Lewis is the result of Brexit. Political uncertainty leading to dampening consumer confidence. Number 2, economic. It is believed that the state of the economy leads to the financial success or failure of a company. Number 3, sociocultural. John Lewis must keep up with the trends, customer needs and changing demographics. Number 4, technological. They do boast the best click and collect service, which is fast becoming the most popular way to shop. Number 5, environmental. Consumers are becoming more and more environmentally and ethically aware. Number 6, legal. Government legislation. PESTEL enables John Lewis to understand external variables. However, this framework is usually a snapshot of the macro environment, and these variables are constantly changing. To conclude, marketers know they cannot predict changes in the marketing environment with certainty, but by using relevant tools and techniques, they are able to understand the marketing environment and minimise the impact to their organisation. For John Lewis, it is clear that their marketing environment is dynamic and subject to change. This presentation appreciates that analysis of the external environment using both macro and micro components is essential to strategic decision making, awareness of competitors, and following government guidelines. However, it is worth considering the internal environment, as John Lewis has more control over its internal resources than external variables. Thank you.